Hello, 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 and welcome to the show. It's Wrestling with Entertainment, the only audio experience on the web today. Previewing and reviewing latest shows from WWE, AEW, New Japan, and everything in between every Saturday, and interviewing all your favorite wrestlers every Tuesday and Wednesday on YouTube and Castbox. I am, of course, your host, James J, alongside the American Scooter Dust.
Hey, hey, Cletus, you put that down. That's your little sister's crack pipe.
And it was a great week for us as we interviewed Sam Beal and Eliza Hayes. Two incredible interviews, very different from each other, but definitely two you want to catch on our archives. Sam has an incredible road story that involves Trainer Dell. Um, Eliza Hayes talks about DIY, not Johnny Gargano and Ciampa, but doing it herself and a makeshift ring jacket she made uh, that she poured the Joanne's stores to get. So we definitely recommend those. This upcoming Tuesday we got El Espartano. More alumni from the chaotic dojo and whatnot. You definitely want to catch that one. And on Wednesday, we got Jocelyn Navarro. Um, and I could tell you how fantastic and amazing those interviews are. Or you could just listen to these clips right now.
Um, I think the funniest thing for me on the road is now that I'm spending more time with people in wrestling that I train with, but I'm outside of the school and I'm with them for longer periods of time. They see how much I can eat, and they're kind of scared by it. Not only how much, but what I don't mind eating. So that's a pretty crazy event every time we have a meal on the road.
Okay, now that just go. Now we're just gonna go through another rabbit hole. What exactly are you eating, and what are like what's the quantity of this? Is this Joey Chestnut a territory?
Definitely not Joey Chestnut territory because I have to wrestle still.
Yes.
But most people would consider Chipotle before a match a bad idea, but I say bring it on.
What exactly would you say uh, is your beef with Detroit? And does it have anything to do with the long-standing feud between Detroit and, I was going to say just Cleveland, but it's basically Detroit versus the whole state of Ohio at this point.
Well, um, I hate the whole state of Michigan, because I am a Buckeyes. I'm a Buckeyes girl. So I hate everything about Michigan. But unfortunately, my fiance is from Detroit, so I
Ooh.
I give Detroit extra hate. I hate them a little extra. so So that's my hate with Detroit. Like, I used to hate the whole state the same, but I hate them a little extra now.
All right. And this upcoming Tuesday and Wednesday, I believe it's the 22nd, 23rd. We have Free Range Cure. Um,
That'll be
Wednesday we
next Tuesday.
huh
The 22nd would be the
Tuesday.
week after this week.
Yes. Free Range Cure, and on Wednesday the owner of Pizza Party Pro, Dan Scotty. And then on the 30th, which is Wednesday, Marcello Swalwell, the owner of Capital Championship Wrestling. Um, it might have been a good week for pro wrestling, but it may be not a great day for the world of entertainment. I, it's not wrestling related, but it's something I want to talk about. Kevin Conroy passed away on Thursday, and
Oh,
I'm just gut wrenched by it. Obviously the voice of Batman since 1992. Over 60 movies, TV series, content out there in the world, and it just makes me want to cry that we're not going to get any more Kevin Conroy back Batman going forward. Scooter, do you have anything to say?
and Kevin Conroy was a big part of my childhood. I grew up with Batman the Animated Series from beginning to end, and even though so many Batman films have come and gone, when you think of Batman's voice, you thought of and you will always think of Kevin Conroy.
And whenever I read a Batman comic book, the voice I hear in my head is Kevin Conroy when I read the Batman bubbles. So, you know, the legacy, I hope not, will never die. He is an absolute incredible legend. And obviously, you know, rest in peace, thoughts and prayers to the friends and family of him. Alright, from sad news to bizarre news. Austin Theory cashed in the Money in the Bank briefcase on Seth Rollins unsuccessfully. Scooter? What the fuck?
I t- God, and this is God. How did I see this summed up perfectly? Um, this was a this was a this was a this was a big dick wiggle at Vince. A big fuck you to Vince, saying, look at this. Look at your hand chosen successor. He'll be back in 11 years and he'll be WWE champion, but he sucks right now. So much to the point that we don't know how to logically make him successfully cash in the Money in the Bank contract.
Does this. Well, we'll get into this in a minute, but, does this have anything to do with Roman Reigns being so dominant you just don't know how to logically have Austin Theory cash in and be somewhat of a threat?
Yeah, yeah. This that's interesting. Um, there was no way he was going to logically take down Roman unless Roman was, you know, nailed to a crucifix or paralyzed.
No, there was earlier this week. Um, it came out that rumor and innuendo suggest that Drew McIntyre was supposed to win at least one of the titles from Roman at Clash of the Castle, with Austin Theory involved. Um, would that have been a really great way to take a title off of Roman without actually hurting Roman? Or would have been too convoluted to work?
It would have been too convoluted because they're not being defended as separate titles.
Well, the thing would be that it would be as separate titles, but nobody's ever mentioned it since he's had them.
Exactly, and nobody thinks to mention that. Like, theoretical example. Drew beats him. What title does Drew get? Does Drew get to pick? If
I
it's
would
not
think
established beforehand?
I would think the WWE Championship because the reign is with the Universal.
I mean, Drew is technically SmackDown, so.
Well, I mean, then there you go about it being too convoluted.
See, that's why it needs to be, we need to be reminded that those are two titles. I mean, in the good old days, he would have been forced to give one of those up.
Not today.
No. And that's what kind of sucks. Now, there maybe something happened on SmackDown last night that unveils that is an answer to this. I don't know. Probably not. Wink, wink. Um, but until they don't want to acknowledge him as two champions. They want to keep acknowledging him as one. Pun not intended.
Because he the one.
Yes,
Well,
he the one who need the English lessons.
well, that's yeah. Um, what is your thoughts on there actually being a list of people that could actually beat Roman? And are we going to see this coming to pass this year's WrestleMania? Because the way that I read it kind of made me feel like Roman's not losing that belt at WrestleMania. But I mean, he really should, considering he's held it for over like what, 2.5 years at this point? Like, but
Um, just over 2 years. We're going on 2 years and 2 months.
but by the time we get to WrestleMania, it'll be 2.5. So
Um, by the time we get to yeah, by the end of by the beginning of March, it'll be 2.5.
so I mean, yeah, it was a dominant, fantastic reign. But like, what could you do with him after 2.5 years that people haven't already seen that they want to see, and keep it interesting with people that he hasn't wrestled? Because he's kind of more or less ran through everybody at this point.
It this is starting to be. This is starting to look a lot like Hogan's run with the WCW title. Except Hogan at least was open to, dropping it for a week. Which made for. Which I'll be honest, it made for an incredible television moment when Lex Luger beat him on Nitro for it.
I don't think Roman's losing any title on SmackDown anytime soon.
Especially to Lex Luger.
It'd be pretty impressive if Lex could get him, though. I don't know. I think he's got one more in him.
I mean, at this point, it's either he voluntarily gives one of them up, or okay, three things. Either he voluntarily gives one of them up, they start establishing a winner's pick rule, or what I'm honestly probably expecting, if it happens before WrestleMania, is Roman gets squashed.
No. They are so not squashing Roman. How's Roman get squashed?
How did Brock get squashed?
Are you talking about
Survivor Series 2016.
Oh, well, I mean,
When he
that
lost
wasn't
the
for
gold.
a title. That was to progress a story. I mean, we're talking about fruits and vegetables at this point.
They have to start building a new Goldberg at this point.
Well, this is an idea.
I mean,
I could get behind is if Cody wins the Royal Rumble. He stated that he only wants the WWE Championship. That's why he came back to WWE, and have him compete against Roman for only the WWE Championship at Mania. That could be an option.
yeah, that could.
Well, we will definitely see when it comes closer to the Rumble, I suppose. Something that we are interested to see, or maybe we're not. Nick Aldis has left NWA. Is this an equivalent of AJ Styles leaving Impact or TNA? Because he was their franchise player, and to some degree he was the only thing holding that company up. But what are your thoughts, Phil?
Oh yeah, the first thought on my mind is, oh yeah, he's headed to WWE without a doubt. It would. We know that Triple H has had his eyes on Nick Aldis for quite some time. And unless he's planning to finish out his career along with Mickey's, yeah, this is this is a huge. This could be a huge get.
You think Nick Aldis is newsworthy of a get in right now?
Yes,
Why do you feel that way? Because I have my own opinion about Aldis, but I'd like to hear
he
yours.
he's he looks. He's got the look of a natural born heavyweight champion.
I mean, it looks.
He's he he's someone who we know is a powerhouse, but he can go in the ring.
True. Well, the thing I feel is, yeah, he held NWA up. He was a good worker for them. I don't see that he would maybe do as well in a WWE, simply for the fact that maybe not as many eyes have been on him as, like a Cody. And yeah, he could go in the ring, but unless he actually does something significant at the beginning, I kind of see him falling to the wayside and kind of getting forgotten before he even gets started. It's kind of like EC3, to be honest. I mean, EC3 had that look as well, but he never did anything significant in WWE or in NXT.
Uh, True.
But I'm sure Tony Khan has his eye on him. Like Tony didn't need another new action figure.
Well, if you wanna speak about new action figures or maybe old action figures, um, last night on SmackDown, another return. The
Yeah,
return of Sarah Logan,
interesting.
who is now in the corner of her husband and his teammate, the Viking Raiders.
Good for her. Logan not.
And they gave her this whole I guess if you know your history, you know who the Deer woman is, Virginia Dare, uh, one of the people thought to have had a hand in the complete disappearance of the Jamestown colony. Um, she's got these huge like deer horns. It's quite impressive. Um, they interrupted a match between Hit Rose B-Fab and, of course, that well-known representative of Legado del Fantasma, Zelina Vega.
Yes, I mean she's obviously has been established with them since day one.
I mean, yes, and Zelina Vega, the best natural blonde in the business. Um, but yeah, I mean, these don't seem to be stopping
But
anytime soon.
and obviously Mia Yim came back on Raw as
Yes,
well, joining Bullet Club. So Anyone
That was, oh man.
um
And you're gonna tell me Keith Lee is not gonna find his way back.
I mean, if WWE wants him at this point, I feel like if anybody devalued in the last couple of years being in AEW, it was Keith Lee for sure. And he's not, obviously he's not Bullet Club. You're not Bullet Club by association, you're Bullet Club by life.
But if anyone could logically take down Roman, it'd be Keith.
I mean, from a physical standpoint, obviously, but would Keith Lee know what to do with a title if he got it? Especially,
Oh, I think he would. I think Keith Lee knows what a shit show AEW is, and is he's doing what is asked of him and no more.
so you're just saying he's kind of putting his head down and trucking through.
He's killing time,
Yeah,
basically.
same difference.
Um, and
But I think Mia Yim is
uh,
a great gift for WWE because Bianca is running low on people to wrestle. And obviously Yim is very capable. So I mean, I'd be excited for me and Bianca Belair match now.
oh, absolutely. I mean, she's the first and only woman to have two separate, distinct characters in a WWE video game.
Yeah,
Uh,
Shadow and Yim.
uh, yeah, Reckoning, and
She was Reckoning. I thought she was Shadow.
yes, there was no Shatter.
No, Mercedes Martinez was Shadow. Yes, this is true.
Her name wasn't Shatter.
It was absolutely Shadow. Um,
Um, we we do uh we do have a little bit more clarity on what war game has what the war games matches will be.
yes, on the women's side, it's
Um, it's Damage Control and Nikki Cross so far
yes,
against Bianca, Alexa, and
Oscar.
Asuka.
I'm assuming Candice
Uh,
LeRae will be added to that very soon.
I'm assuming Candice will be as well, and I'm I'm honestly thinking member. I mean, unless they take uh, Rhea and Mia. Rhea
Rhea
Mia.
Mia? Rhea Mia!
Uh,
It's a Mia!
which it doesn't seem like they're trying to separate
I
Rhea
see,
from her male counterparts.
I see Rhea
Um,
wrestling Beth at some point because they've been teasing it, possibly at Survivor Series.
no. I mean, Survivor Series is 2 weeks away. Um,
I mean, we
um,
got Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus a day before the fucking Full Gear pay per view.
Yes, but they've been feuding on TV. Beth has shown up once,
Well, it's gonna happen at some
and
point.
it's gonna happen. Yes. Um, do they take Rhea and Mia and put them in war games? I I
I
I
wouldn't.
don't think so.
I would
I
think it would just be
think
a singles match.
I I'm thinking the fifth member of the heels is probably going to be Charlotte.
Interesting. Well,
I can't imagine who else.
I'm sure we'll get there when we get.
But wait, hold on. But I can say with certainty I believe the uh, the other remaining teammate, uh, providing Candice LeRae is a part of it. I believe number 5 is going to be Tegan Knox.
Interesting. What about Indy Hotball?
That would be a really random addition.
No more random than Tegan.
Yes, but there's at least established history between Tegan and Dakota in a War Games match.
I guess so. You have a point there.
Um, the men's, as of right now, it's the Bloodline against the Brawling Brutes and Drew McIntyre.
That should be hell on earth.
Um, I'm assuming member number 5 is going to be KO.
That would make sense. To me, anyway.
Um, and oh, finally, one last piece of news. Chelsea Green likely headed back to WWE when she announced that after parting ways with Impact, she would be going home or returning home.
To Canada?
I think she meant the WWE.
It'd be interesting to see if something comes of that. Um, it seemed just when she was starting to get off, uh, getting off in WWE, lifting off, whatever, however you say it, she just left. Or was she fired? She was,
God, I don't know if she asked for her release or she was part of the releases.
I think she left on her own accord, but maybe she wants to come back. We'll see. Is there a spot for her? Could Chelsea Green
Oh,
work
oh,
in
oh!
WWE?
By the way,
Hmm.
by the way, Mercedes Martinez retribution name was Retaliation.
Who the fuck was Shadow then? Oh,
They were Slapjack.
the Misadventures of Flapjack. I just want to know when Portia is coming back. Good work, Portia.
Shatter was supposedly one of the names they were planning.
Yeah.
Uh, let's see, is there? Let's see, Casey Navarro, type of WWE tryout.
Let's I think we'll conclude the news for now. Um because we have more to talk about. And now a quick word from our sponsors. So,
Rogue Energy, the only gaming drink company in the world with 4 unique product lines to suit your task at hand, whether it be juices, shakes, smoothies, and everything else in between. Their low calorie, no sugar energy formula is the perfect alternative to sugar filled canned energy drinks and sodas. Their extreme formula provides the most energy, focus, and sports performance possible. Their hydration line offers focus, ingredients without the added caffeine. Drink it anytime you're thirsty. And their shake formula is so delicious. Who doesn't love a cookies and cream, 0 calorie energy milkshake? First and foremost, they've designed every Rogue product line with performance and effectiveness in mind. It is critical that you look at the nutrition panels of drinks when comparing options. There are countless off brands out there that are presenting low quality, poorly dosed formulas that amount to expensive caffeine water. Every formula they produce is designed with optimal levels of high quality ingredients. Additionally, you won't find a powdered gaming drink brand that dissolves better. No need to have chalky textures in your drink. Their taste profiles are unmatched, specifically designed for gamers, athletes, students, entrepreneurs, people with hectic schedules, individuals with low energy, podcasters who can't shut up, people who are health conscious, and so much more. Great as both a pre-workout and as a coffee energy drink replacement. Specifically designed every Rogue product line to be the best gaming drink on the planet. Rogue Energy, more focus, more wins.
use promo code WRESTLINGWITHE for 10% off your next purchase. And we are wrestling with WWE Crown Jewel Raving. It was last Saturday. It took place in the the city of Riyadh in Saudi
Riyadh.
Arabia.
Riyadh, as in Riyadh Ripley.
Oh, they present Rhea Ripley. Wow, that's inappropriate. Uh,
Yes. That's where I was bar mitzvahed.
I'm not even gonna say what the venue was.
Plenty of space.
Huh?
Plenty of space.
Yes.
The
Uh,
ground was sort of squishy, though.
this was a fantastic event in my opinion. I thought every match was everything hit where it needed to hit. Nothing was too long, nothing was too bad, and it got what it needed to get done across. What say you, Scooter?
Yeah. Yeah. Finally, a an event that is consistent the entire way through.
You're talking about a Saudi Arabia show or just in general?
I mean, the Saudi Arabia. It's the first one that's had some consistency in match quality all the way through, and it didn't, sputter out at the main event.
Yes. They a lot of WWE shows kind of happens, but everything seemed right and rain through the whole event. Alright, let's get into it. Brock Lesnar defeated Bobby Lashley in 6 minutes. Um, Bobby Lashley looked great in this match. Brock Lesnar obviously almost just survived it, so obviously there's going to be a third match. What say you, Scooter?
Uh, this was an okay match. It was the right place. Um, but I think we're clearly seeing that big match Brock is not as much. as big match Brock as we thought he was. Um, especially now. Um, uh, yes, Brock getting the win here was the right thing to do. The fact that Brock had to resort to tactics he doesn't usually, it makes it a bit more interesting. And yeah, and of course, Bobby with the post match attack. Of course, that gives Brock a reason to stay home and go shoot some moose testicles.
That's just not right.
And there's plenty of other places on the moose he could shoot too. It just so happens the testicles are a nice big target.
That's a big compliment to Moose.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm talking about the wrestler.
I know. Giving a kid a shot. Surely. Alright, how many stars would you give this match?
For the sake of enjoyment too.
I give it 2.5. Match 2. Damage Control, Dakota Kai and Io Sky, defeated Alexa Bliss and Asuka by pinfall to recapture the Women's Tag Team Championships in 12 minutes and 50 seconds. Normally I wouldn't care about this match, but it made absolutely no sense that Damage Control lost them 5 days before just to retain them 5 days later. The match was fine though. Your thoughts?
Who's a member of Damage Control? Io Sky. And on that team, she had Dakota Kai. With a scorpion kick here and a scorpion kick there.
Ding dong,
I mean,
combo. Barely, let's go.
I mean, did they hotshot the titles to Asuka and Alexa just so Asuka and Alexa could be the first women to hold the tag team titles with 3 different partners?
I don't know.
Good match. Titles didn't need to be hot-shotted.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm assuming it was to remind us that even that Damage Control still won something on this night.
I have no idea. How many stars do you give this one?
I'll give it a solid 3.5.
I'll give it 3. Third match. Drew McIntyre defeated Karrion Kross with Scarlett by escaping the cage. It was a steel cage match, 13 minutes, it went. Drew's victory is even more impressive considering that he had the flu going into the match. Honestly, Drew looked great. Karrion just seems to be losing momentum in my eyes because of Scarlett. She's been winning his matches for him, and it doesn't look good on him.
Uh, yeah, yeah. I mean, when Karrion won the lost match, what move put him down? Scarlet to the balls. But then you make the case that no, he didn't lose. He didn't lose to Karrion. He lost to Scarlet.
And yeah, but I feel like Vince McMahon already knew that, and that's why they separated him from her at the beginning of his WWE run. All right,
Yep.
how many stars would you give this one?
And even 3.
I give it a 3.5. Alright, Judgment Day, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Dominic Mysterio with Rhea Ripley defeated the OC, AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson in 14 minutes. Um, Not a bad match. Obviously, a lot of chaos, but it was more mainly just to progress the story rather than a blow off. What say you?
Yeah, there's. I don't think there's anything else you can actually say other than okay. Next step in the feud. Let's go.
How many stars would you give it?
3.
Same. Braun Strowman defeated Omos in 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm just glad it didn't go over 7 minutes.
I mean, given that apparently Braun Strowman now has heat on him again
We knew it was coming.
for talking about wrestlers who do flips and how they're better as grocery baggers.
I give it 2 stars, and I'm being generous.
Yeah, 2.
The Usos, Jay Uso and Jimmy Uso, defeated the Brawling Brutes, Holland and Butch, to retain the Tag Team Undisputed Tag Team Championships in 10 minutes and 45 seconds.
On tag
Um,
teams.
so, yeah, not bad match. Holland and Butch are getting really hot, aren't they?
Yeah,
How many stars would you give this one?
give it 3.5.
I give it 3. Bianca Belair retained for Raw Women's Championship against Bayley in the last women's standing match in 20 minutes and 20 seconds. Probably having no desire to watch this match at all, it was a really good match. Probably the best match of the night. Um, Honestly, Bayley doesn't need to be beating Bianca at this point. There's really no rivalry for the
Um,
reason for the rivalry at this point. Um, but they still
it's,
consistently have great matches. What say you, Spitter?
basically Bailey beating Bianca barely. At this point, I just wanted to say all those B words. Yeah, I mean, again, I go back to the women's tag title match. Uh, Even though Damage Control still had one victory that night, so via association, technically Bailey won also. That's the logic they'll use. Some very interesting spots here. I mean, this match did so well that we're already getting another last woman standing match on NXT on Tuesday.
Who's in that one?
It's Mandy Rose and Alba Fire. I think.
Alfie Fire?
Albatross.
Okay then. How many stars you give this one?
4.
Yeah, I'll give it 4 as well. Roman Reigns defeated Logan Paul to retain the undisputed WWE Universal Championship in 24 minutes and 50 seconds. I don't think anybody expected Logan Paul to perform as well as he did. Honestly, still hate the guy, but I do kind of have to give him props, especially since he tore his ACL and meniscus halfway through the match. Still finished it and did that coast to coast jump off the ring from the ring to the ring announcer's table.
The selfie splash.
The selfie splash. It's impressive for anybody that's had any type of match in their career, let alone 2. So, again, don't like the guy, but gotta give him respect for doing that against, obviously, the GOAT. Scooter?
When you can pull off a better looking move than someone who has used it as their finisher their entire career, that's fucking progress. Logan Paul did a better buckshot than I think Hangman ever did.
You might not be wrong about that.
I mean, again, but I honestly don't think Hangman should be doing a move like the buckshot. Quite honestly,
You know,
well, I mean, Logan's got the right body for it.
that's what I was gonna say. Body type wise, you might be right about that.
But if you doubt Logan Paul's work ethic after this, then you're just cutting off your nose to spite your face at this point. Because I never thought I would say this. Logan Paul just might be made for pro wrestling.
That's a big compliment coming from you.
He told a story through his in-ring work, and still managed to keep fans captivated. He took the best qualities about him and amplified them, by 100. I frankly would like to know if that cell phone actually survived.
Well, the video went online, so.
But I mean, we knew he wasn't going to win. You knew that.
Yes.
The question was,
put him over like Rover as well.
yeah.
He did not need to do that.
Yeah. That was the question: is how much was Roman going to work? with it with Logan to make it look like Logan had the slimmest chance of beating him.
I think this is the most Roman's ever walked in the last 2.5 years.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So how many stars do you give this one?
I can't believe I'm going to say that. I'm going to give this. You know what? Because it subverted my expectations so much, I'm going to give it 4.5.
I'll give it. I was gonna give it 3.5. Alright, all things considering, this, PLE, a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle.
Oh, thumbs up.
Yeah, I agree with that. Alright, that will conclude our coverage of, the Crown Jewel event. We'll do it again when there's another one. Probably in February? Yeah, February. We are wrestling with AEW Full Gear 2022 review. It's next Saturday. More or less everything's been confirmed. I don't think there's going to be another match announced on Dynamite. So let's get into it. Sting and Darby Allin versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal.
What the fuck? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Like when Sting signed up to AEW, I'm sure Jeff Jarrett was the first one he was chomping at the bit to wrestle.
Yeah, I mean, that young fella, Jeff Jarrett, he's going places in this business, let me tell you.
Yep. He's gone places and places, he's been places, and you kind of hope that he got lost somewhere along the way. I'm not going to get into storylines because they completely contradict themselves. How does Darby kind of recover from this? I mean, they said that he wasn't going to be a part of Sting, but now he's wrestling with Sting. It just seems like Darby was one of the pillars, and just now he's just fallen to the wayside. Because I kind of feel like they're taking him for granted. What is your thoughts?
I think there's a chance we may see Darby lose all of his blood. And he's going to become paler than he already is. When the unpainted side of his face looks whiter than the painted side of his face, there will be a problem.
This match might take the air out of the room, so you're not wrong about that.
I mean, Darby could have been so much more.
And just when people were starting to have conversations about him in the supermarket with strangers, it's truly a shame. Alright, who wins?
There's got to be some sort of clusterfuck here. Expect Sting to not show up for the first part of the match, only for Sting to show up and it not be the actual Sting.
It's Sting.
No, yeah, it's not going to be Cole Cadiddle Hopper in a mask.
It's gonna be Sting from the Police.
Oh, can't you see? You'll do the J.O.B. Jared and Lethal will clearly win this.
Sting and Darby. Alright, Soraya versus Dr. Brett Bayer, DMD.
I feel like I need an aspirin.
I only say that because literally the list I'm looking at has her as Brett Baer.
Well, that's why I look at Wikipedia.
You gotta love autocorrect or whatever the fuck it's called. Alright,
Did you write the thing that you're looking at?
no. No, this is a legitimate website I'm looking at right now.
Two Girls, One Cup is a legitimate website.
That's on my other tab. Obviously this is going to be a 7-star match in the Tokyo Dome. I mean, Rokikoto Sumo Hall. How do you see this going?
How do I see this going? Well, Britt's a dentist. Saraya's a big fan of oral.
What you're saying is that she loves brushing her teeth. She's a big hygiene fan.
Britt Baker works her ass off. Saraya works on getting stuff in her ass.
Wrestling and entertainment do not condone anything that's said on wrestling and entertainment.
Yes, they do.
Please send
he
your
told me to say this
to at Scooter Dust.
Kaliko told me to say it.
We can't find Kaliko.
Mitch told me to say it. Who?
Waterman?
Yes, Mitch Letterin.
Waterman.
Hudawada?
He's a wrestler.
What's a wrestler? I could go all day, but if you want to hear me make more jokes, of course, come to my live with Camp Lejeune stand-up comedy act. Free water. You're guaranteed to shit your pants, but it might not be because of my jokes.
Who wins the match, Scooter?
See, now this is a difficult question. It is the right thing for Saraya to win?
I would say no.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But more than likely, Saraya is probably going to win. This is an important match in terms of what the fans have been waiting to see. This is, Saraya's first match back in more than 5 years.
Has it been 5 years? More than 5 years? She retired after WrestleMania 34.
You sure it was 34?
The one in New Orleans. The second time.
It seems like she retired before that.
It was kind of touch and go, but it was formally announced the night after WrestleMania New Orleans. That was
Because she had just formed Absolution,
yeah,
and then Absolution.
absolutely
Oh man.
crumbled.
Yes. Yeah. Sarai's clearly going to win, and Britt Baker will continue to grow more and more disillusioned until she and her husband finally leave.
Talk about unappreciating the people that's been working for you since day one. This is, personally, this is Britt Baker's biggest match to date. The name value of Soraya, obviously. Um, that being said, you could have Britt Baker beat Soraya, tell that story, have Britt Baker have that moment, because, I mean, again, Soraya. But it's Tony Khan, and he doesn't appreciate the people that have been with him since day one. I mean, case in point, Darby is wrestling fucking Jeff Jarrett. Um, and Britt Baker's not a fall to the waist type of talent. She's been the hottest commodity in the women's division for what, the last 2 years at least. So why wouldn't you give her that due? I mean, losing to Soraya might actually hurt her to a degree because you were good enough when she wasn't here, a top WWE star. You couldn't get it done against the top star. It kind of devalues her a little bit, but that's my opinion.
No, I absolutely agree.
Yeah. That being said, Soraya wins. Alright, we got a Jungle Boy versus Luchasaurus in a solid steel cage match. Who wins, Sheila?
Uh, I'm, I'm, I'm gonna assume that Luchasaurus is. It's gonna look like he's about to win. Jungle Boy climbs up to meet him, and in the heat of battle, Luchasaurus throws Jungle Boy up and over the cage and down to the floor,
But
winning by accident.
the cage matches in AEW aren't by Escape the Cage. They're only pinfall and submission.
Wait, did their cages have roofs?
No, they don't have ropes, but
Then, then, then Luchasaurus is gonna toss Jungle Boy to
isn't pending Doom.
Yep, basically.
So, Luchasaurus wins by Viva Mortal.
Uh, basically, I mean, unless they, unless they decide to, you know, add the fact that cage escape is a method of victory.
I feel like you have to keep Luchasaurus strong, but you kind of have to keep hope up for Jungle Boy because I mean, when is he going to get a W in this rivalry? He lost to Christian. I want to say he lost in Canada as well. At some point, he's going to have to get something, some type of redemption, right?
Yeah.
So I see maybe, a quick roll up or a schoolboy or
No, not in a cage. It's gonna the winning spot is going to involve Jungle Boy jumping off or being thrown from the top of the cage in some way.
alright. AW Championship Eliminator Tournament Finals. I'm assuming Ricky Starks will be in there somewhere else. I don't know who with the rest of the who will be wrestling him. I haven't even looked at the tournament bracket. Um, who wins and why is it Ricky Starks?
There are 3 wrestlers I love in this match. Kicking ass, TBD, third thing here. Of course, the question is, can TBD get past TBD?
Oh, obviously.
Um,
TBD's been doing great things.
I mean, out of all the names that are in this Eliminator tournament, which I swear to God, as soon as one ends, another one begins.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think this is like the 55th Eliminator tournament.
Well, it's gonna be Ricky Starks. I'm assuming against Ethan Page. It could be Rush, but they've been treating that guy like
Roosh.
garbage.
Roosh.
God bless you.
And meanwhile, and Miro still continues to sit at home.
Isn't he injured?
Who cares?
Yeah.
Book him. At this point, I'm surprised he hasn't asked for his release.
Oh, wait. He might have.
I mean, they just brought in Lana too, so.
Wait a minute.
At least
Lana in AEW?
Wait, I could have sworn she was.
No. That was Renee Paquette.
No, wait, no. God, I guess I dreamt it. God,
Lana's an all dream.
I remember seeing a picture saying CJ Perry is now all elite.
It could have been adopted. I highly assume Vince McMahon is
Thing is, I don't
elite.
remember where I saw it. I think I may have saw it in said dream. Either way, out of all the names in this, clearly it's Ricky Starks.
My top one with this, I'm not even gonna get into it. He went through. He's probably gonna go through Monsters role. Lance Archer, and Brian Cage, and then, you know, a Jabroni and Ethan Page. So I hope they do something with the actual match against Rick, Ricky and whoever the champion's gonna be. Actually, tell a fucking story. Alright, TBS Championship match. Jade Cargill and versus Nyla Rose. The winner also gets Jade's car as well, because people forget that Nyla stole that as well. Who wins, Scooter?
I wouldn't be surprised if they've got something really devious planned where Jade pokes fun at Nyla's reassignment surgery. That being said, why should I care about this match?
So you're saying whoever wins this match, we all lose?
Basically, at this point.
Alright.
I mean, running an undefeated streak gimmick with the first women's mid card belt in the modern pro wrestling era, and I could give two shits about it.
Ring of Honor Championship match, Fatal 4-Way, Chris Jericho versus Bryan Danielson versus Claudio Iacognoli versus Sammy Guevara. Who wins? Scooter.
It depends on. I'm wondering if this match will happen at all. Considering the current ROH World Champion is on the Masked Singer.
He's turning Judas on AEW?
On this past week's episode of The Masked Singer, there was a character called the Bride, a horse in a wedding gown. And the clues were smashed a rock, talking about all his pay-per-views, or like his victories and whatnot, his rivalries, and of course the theme of the night was it was Goat Night, greatest of all time. And of course, as soon as he opened his mouth, we knew that the Bride is in fact Chris Jericho. That being said, Jericho is clearly going to be there at the pay-per-view. I'm wondering if this is the way they get that title off of Jericho. But does it mean less? Is it elimination or is it first fall?
I believe it's first fall. I haven't heard anything contradicting that.
Jericho.
This is the best Jericho has been. The best shit Jericho's been doing for some time. He's a champion without actually being a champion of the company. He's wrestling, talent that needs to be put over desperately, and he's putting them over. If he doesn't actually win, I see maybe Sammy Guevara winning, for the simple fact that he calls him his little buddy, and Sammy not taking too kindly to that. Maybe we'll get a Sammy Jericho singles match, possibly, but as of right now, I see it kind of has to be Jericho. Why would you run out this momentum? Alright, AEW World Tag Team Championship match. Do you claim?
I'm sorry, I had to play that.
What was it?
And it hold on.
Physical, chemical, on the side, dancing by the moon and the faded
That's
That's
definitely true.
Jericho. Jericho singing "Walk the Moon, Shut Up and Dance."
Yeah, he should stick to Judas. um.
See, you should have sang Lady Gaga's Judas.
Oh yeah, that would have made sense.
Shut the hell up and dance with me.
Shut the hell up, Savani. Alright,
Again.
the Acclaimed versus Swerve in Our Glory. The Acclaimed, right?
Yes, and they will make William Daddy Ass Gunn very proud.
After this, I really feel like Swerve Scott, he really needs a main event push. Because he's been doing great shit as the heel against these guys. And him versus Moxley, I think that would be a real banger. Obviously, the Acclaimed are the best shit on AEW today because obviously AEW stands for the Acclaimed every Wednesday. Um, so yeah, anything you want to add?
I really hope we get to see the Acclaimed against the Dyad really soon. So, against Joe Gacy's Dyad, Rip Fowler, and Jagger Reed, because I'm really waiting for them to Scissor the Schism. Schism the Scissor. Schism the Schism the Scissor the Schism.
Scissor the Schism.
Maybe later.
Scissor me Daddy Schism.
Oh, Scissor me Gacy.
Alright, interim AEW Women's World Championship match. Tony Storm versus Jamie.
Oh, I forgot this was even happening.
I think they forgot as well.
Hey, you know what? Until Tony Storm starts putting more content back on her OnlyFans, Jamie hated to win.
Well, that's how you get the more content, Scooter. Jamie wins, she's less busy as champion, and we're all fans of Tony again. Alright, I'm really just sick of the interim thing as well. Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm just so sick of it. I either uh take the belt off of Rosa or make whatever Tony's got legitimate. We don't need interim. It's lame and it's also confusing as well. So we'll vote for Jamie Hayter.
Yep.
All right. AEW World Championship match: Jon Moxley versus MJF. Who wins?
You know, if I if you had asked me this a few weeks ago, my answer might have been different. It probably would have been. Now it's Jon Moxley by a landslide.
Is that because MJF turned face?
It's not that he just turned face. It's the fact that it happened in at the drop of a hat. it was 2 weeks of build to him turning face. When an MJF, face turn, in spite of the loss, could have been a great way to end the pay-per-view.
I see your point there.
And now, well, MJF spends the next year trying to get another world title match. Heel MJF was chef's kiss on the mic. And yeah, I get that AEW is trying to make him their Stone Cold, when technically Moxley already is.
Sure.
But they want a homegrown, Stone Cold, so. So, if it was heel MJF, I might have said yes. In fact, I would have hoped against hope, just so Moxley can have some time off.
Moxley's not. He just brought his wife in. He has no time off.
Mr. No Days Off.
Yep.
Either way, Moxley wins without question.
I couldn't agree more. Alright, join us in 2 weeks as we review that show. It's on a Saturday, right? Yeah, 19th. Yeah, so next Saturday, we'll, it won't matter what we talk about it because it won't have happened yet. That'll just conclude this episode. Thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment on YouTube and CastBox. Of course, this was sponsored by Rogue Energy and Failed and Coffee. Join us this Tuesday as we interview L. Espartano, and this Wednesday as we interview Jocelyn Morale. Follow the show at Wrestling with Eva on Twitter and Instagram. On Twitter, find out who we're interviewing, links to those interviews, and a lot more. You can follow me personally at JamesJ993. You can follow Kaliko at I am Kaliko, and where can we find Scooter?
As always, you can find me over there, and sometimes over here. But if you really want, find me on Twitter at Scooter Dust. Find me, James, and Ryan Dust hosting the Remix on YouTube, the premier audio companion experience for all your alternate commentary needs for WWE premium live events next time come to you, Survivor Series, War Games, and of course, revel in all my Twitch antics. As Session 1 takes place live this Tuesday, along with Rico Constantino Jr. and the rest of the Smoking Dragons clan, I embark on my first Dungeons & Dragons campaign ever. See how Cordicus Tarkin will fare, a 6-foot, 200-pound humanoid cat. Twitch.tv/Smoking Dragons.
And be sure to listen to some K-book books to get you through that. Alright, for Kaliko Yachts and Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling with Entertainment.
Where are the white women at?
Hey guys, this is Brutal Bob Evans from Hangs with Bob Seminars and TheWrestleLife.com, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment, one of my favorite podcasts in the whole wide world.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show. Support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.